Morning.
Hi.
How
Good
are you?
morning. Good. How are you? This is like the quickest we've started a show. Like normally we talk for a while first, and then we're sort of like, let's do
Yeah,
it.
let's do it. Yeah, I'm
Let's do
recovering
it.
from my day in town
Oh,
because, yeah, it's
how did it
busy.
go?
Shopping, shopping, shopping. No,
How was the
it's fine.
yeah?
We got a lot
How was
done.
the drive in? Mm-hmm.
Scary windy, but
Mm.
it was fine. I took the service road and then the kind of back way, and I just like to do that because then if it's Wyoming. People have stock trailers. And it's like if somebody biffs it with an empty stock trailer, like I don't want to be anywhere near that. So, yes, it takes about
Yeah.
10 minutes longer, but to me, it's worth the lack of stress.
Yeah. I
So,
could see that.
it's the difference between going on the service road at 60 miles an hour or going on the interstate. Probably you should also go 60 miles an hour when it's blowing 75-mile-an-hour crosswind.
Yeah.
Well, gusting, but sustained in the 50s. So it was fine. And we got a lot of shopping done. We found more puzzles at the Goodwill.
Nice.
Yeah. And a couple of board games. And yeah. And my daughter found some jewelry and some jammy pants. Like
Oh,
the
nice.
regular winter flannel jammy pants. Love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good thrift haul. Nice.
Yeah. And then, you may or may not know this. Okay, so I wanted to get a board game for my other daughter because she and her friends play this
Okay.
other game. I'm 90% sure she won't watch this, but the point is, it's like, board games are not inexpensive. So it's like $50 for this board game. However, I had noticed this was at Target, by the way. This is important to know if you shop at Target.
Okay.
So it on their online on the app, it showed that it was like $24.49 or $25.49. So significantly less money.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
but it didn't show the sale price on the shelf. So I found somebody and he turned out to be the night or the evening like lead shift supervisor person and I said,
Mhm.
"Hey, what's up with this? Because I can pay online and then it says I can pick it up in 2 hours. So do I really have to do that? Do I have to go pay online and then go away and come back 2 hours later?" He's like, "No. We do the price match. We will show it we do it all the time." And I'm like,
Oh,
"Oh,
that's good.
so good to
That's
know
good to know. I didn't know that.
that they will price match their online price with the in-store item."
Yeah.
So I saved
Yeah.
$25 that way.
Nice. That's really smart. That's really good to know.
Yeah, because I'm
And
like,
I know people who will go shopping and they'll pull up like Amazon and they'll shop Amazon at the same time and then end up ordering from Amazon because Amazon has it cheaper. But you can, yeah, check the actual store site because
yeah.
it's all the same corporation. I have an online shopping tip for people.
Oh,
It's pertinent to what we're doing today.
oh,
So have you ever been to an IKEA, Jana?
I have not.
Okay, IKEAs are massive. They're
I've heard.
absolutely massive because they have like everything's on display and then you go down into like the bowels of the store, which it feels like the bowels of the store. Really, it's the ground floor.
Okay.
And then and you pull it off the shelf
You get your
yourself
box of
there.
whatever it was you saw.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And it used to be like the first few I was in, 20 years ago now, it really felt like you were trapped. Like there was a path through the store and you were stuck.
Like it's amazing.
And yeah, and they have the one near us. I don't know if they've changed it company wide or if it was just that store, but the one near us, which is still over an hour away, it will let you know, like you can cut through here to get to whatever,
The
So you're
directional.
not quite, because
Yeah.
like the one in Arizona would give me anxiety because it really was like, where am I? How do I get out of here? Like, what if there's a fire? Do I have to go through the entire maze of the shop to get out? Like it really, the signage was not good.
Yeah.
And of course, that's part of the shopping. They want you stuck in there looking at everything. Anyway, One thing that a lot of people don't realize is if you know what you want already, if you go to the website, it will tell you the location of the item on the website.
Mm-hmm.
So you can just go to that ground floor and pull it yourself. You don't have to go up all through the store to find it on the sign in the store. You can
Okay.
just check the website. It'll say like aisle A,
Oh yeah.
shelf B12 or whatever, and you just go pull it. You don't have to get sucked in. It's brilliant.
So that was fun. We got a lot done. There's still a little more shopping I need to do without someone else with me.
I was going to ask about that. She
Yeah.
tagged along. That's okay though. It's fun to have them along, you know.
Oh,
It's
I
fun to
know. It's
bring them
been good. It's been
and
good
shop.
having her home. Yes. And my husband has a like work Christmas party thing tonight, and I don't want to go because it's not my people. It's fine. I
Yeah,
mean, it's fine. No disparagement at all. It's just my kid's home. I'd rather stay home with her, and I'd rather spend time with
I
her,
get it.
honestly.
No, I totally get it.
So,
I'm,
but he won't be here for dinner, so it's like, maybe we should just get like chicken nuggets and homemade oven fries and play Tetris all night.
sounds good. Yeah, sounds like a good time. Last night I watched my oldest play video games for like 2.5 hours while I knit. It's
Well, it's good
fun.
knitting time. It is. And you're like,
Yeah,
oh, go
it
over there.
really
Don't miss that. Don't miss that. Treasure chest. Go over there.
is.
They don't listen, but I say it
Yeah.
anyway. Yeah. Well,
I
that's fun.
finished while I was doing that last night. I finished binding off the Jody shawl, so that got
Yay.
washed this morning and pinned out. So it'll probably be a couple days before it's dry,
Dry, dry.
and then I'll be able to ship that off. So it's all done. I'm very happy. I have a lot of yarn left from it. I could have done more rows, but it's one of those things where you don't know,
Okay.
because you're following the thing. But this is how much of the first color I
Oh,
have left.
wow.
The second color is the one I played yarn chicken with, and then I have this much again with the third color. So I'm thinking of making a hat for my dad. I usually make a hat for my dad every year for Christmas. And I think this would be plenty enough to do that with. And it's like you knit it on a size 7. I have plenty of time. It's not a panic knit. If it doesn't get done before, then it doesn't get done. But I can, just a big, because he uses them to sleep in. My father does not have hair anymore. And it's New England, and we tend to, people tend to set their heat down low in the wintertime at nighttime
Mm,
because you're under blankets. So, but he likes to have a hat to sleep in. So I think that
nice.
something with that will suit him for that. So, yep.
So this is the girlfriend's cardigan, and now I had to use the needles for something else. And I want you to know that I saw this tip I think from Rami Hill. But if you have the cable, just take one of those little, I'm tangled up, I realize that, but just take one of those little pear-shaped things and put those through the holes to keep the cable together. And then if you were smart like me, like not like me, you put a little piece of tape or something on there saying what size you took off.
That's so smart.
Oh, isn't she?
That's
Okay.
that's really clever.
So now I need to go and figure out where I was. But you start on the back shoulder and you do an I cord. See how you have your I cord thing right here? And so then this I cord edging is the neck, and then you have your shoulders coming forward. Where's that? Okay,
Okay.
post-it note. You have your shoulders coming forward, then this is the split for the neck, and then here's the right front. Oh, see, now I know where I am. And it's just lovely
Ta-da!
garter stitch. So this is a
Okay.
lightweight fingering from a girl in her wool, and this was a custom colorway that I had her make for one of my retreats, and I had 5 or 6 skeins left over because at the time I needed to make my wholesale order from her before I knew how many registrations I would have. So that's why I had some left over,
Oh, right.
which is
So you
fine.
had extra.
And then I'm holding it with this lovely alpaca, which is very, very soft, but
Oh,
less furry than mohair.
right. Right.
So,
Oh, that reminds me. I remembered what the alternative to mohair was that I
oh,
found,
tell me. Yeah.
and that was samoyed. Samoyed dog fiber.
Yes, or Samoyed, depending on where you are.
Samoyed, however you say it, yeah. But
And
you
I
get that
asked,
same loftiness,
yeah, and
fluffiness without the it.
it's true. I asked that gal that podcast interview I did with Poppy's
Uh-huh.
Poms.
Karen.
Yes,
Yep.
and you can pronounce it either way. So we're both correct on
Okay.
this. But anyway, yes, that's
Okay.
lovely. And it is might be a little expensive, but really, really nice. Really nice.
Yeah, it's really soft.
That's like luxury
lovely.
nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm gonna
But
work on the
also I found like so this mohair is from the 80s. Like I got this stuff in a Welsh charity shop, a big bag of it
yeah.
for the equivalent of about $7. It was like £5 for a huge bag of it.
Yeah.
And I did the tree skirt and now I have this. And it's the
Yes.
old mohair where it just itches. Like it is just itchy.
Yeah.
But there are mohairs out there that do not itch. There have been breeders who have been breeding for the fiber and getting it, softer and softer. And so if you had a bad experience with mohair, in the 80s, 90s, early 2000s even, you might want to shop around for some and see, because there is some really lovely mohair out there now.
Yeah. I just don't like that it's so hairy. It's not an itchy thing for me.
Yeah.
It's just too hairy. But yeah.
Yeah, it can be difficult to frog if you make a mistake. But someone was saying, yeah, but sometimes like you make a mistake, you can't even see it in mohair. But the other thing is, yeah, I found that if you run it with another fiber, like even just a lace weight of something else, a lace weight wool with the same color, it makes it so much easier to pull out again.
Yes.
To have that one in there. So
yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And also, if you're knitting something and you do need to frog a bit, put it in the freezer first.
I keep hearing that. I haven't tried that myself. Have you tried that?
I have not personally, but I have a good friend who's done it and said that it helped. Mm-hmm. So.
Okay. It's interesting. I wonder what the thing is with that. Like what that is. Science, reveal yourself. We have a winner for today.
Oh, go ahead.
Sorry. We have a winner for today for the Instagram giveaway. And so the other day we sort of gave instructions again. And I had quite a few people say, oh, I'm so glad you gave instructions because I didn't know what it was. So in case you missed it,
go ahead.
Go over to Instagram, find I Thought I Knew How. And on my feed, you will see posts that say Woolly Winter Countdown. Find the one that references this episode and leave a comment. And that's where I pick the winners from. So some people messaged me and said, oh, I'm so glad you said I finally found you. I don't pick winners from my DMs. I pick winners from the comments on the post. So find the comments on the post, or find the post every day and leave a comment there, and I'll pick you. So today's winner was Unicorn Ranch, which is the best name.
Yeah.
Unicorn.
Did you say underscore ranch?
Yeah, unicorn underscore ranch.
I'm like, I want to go there. Do they breed unicorns? Can I pet a baby unicorn? Do they milk? No, they don't milk unicorns. I mean, they might. Can you have unicorn milk?
They might.
I mean, could I have a unicorn?
I bet that's
burger. Unicorns are like horses, though, so probably not. But I maybe could pet one or
people
ride
eat
one.
Horse.
I could ride one.
You could ride one.
Yeah.
Would they be dangerous? Would they not let you because of the horn?
Well, if they're friendly.
They can put marshmallows on the horn to protect you.
Right. And I could feed the marshmallow to the unicorn and it would like me.
Yeah, afterwards. Like if you're good, if you don't impale me with your horn, these are the marshmallows you get at the end. And a little incentive.
Yes. That's awesome.
Yeah. Good plan. We got it sorted out.
And you mentioned that the unicorn is the Scottish national animal. Really?
Yeah. Yeah, really? I had to check and like poke around and make sure the person wasn't in Scotland before I awarded the prize, just because we're keeping it in the US. I was like, that would be fun if I was in Scotland.
Right. And apparently you can't mail anything to Canada at all anyway.
Yeah, their postal strike is nuts right
Kind
now.
of a bad time
Yeah,
of
just
year.
international shipping's crazy, but Canada has a postal strike going on top of it.
Yeah, bummer. So
Yeah.
congratulations to the Unicorn Ranch.
Yeah. And wonderful username. Congratulations on having a wonderful username. So I knit my rose last night.
Yay.
I will show. I will show. Can I just say, before I do that, as I was sitting there on the couch, so my husband's home now, which means there's 3 of us hanging out in the basement, which means I can get more knitting done because Ripley can harass a third
Other
person
people.
instead
Right.
of just 2.
Yes.
So his office is down there. So when he hears us losing our mind at Ripley, he'll just be like, Ripley. And she'll be like, oh, I forgot he was here, and go harass him for a while. So Ripley kept trying to get my yarn last night aggressively, very aggressively, trying to like, "Rah," like, and not like meanly or viciously,
But
just like
right. Yeah.
persistently trying to get it. And Adam called her into his office and was playing. And then she did the funniest thing I ever saw, which was she came around the corner of the couch and just like popped up and grabbed it and walked away. Like nonchalant, just like, oh, do. Thank you. And just walked away with it. Like nothing to see here.
With your
Just
ball
picking
of
up my
yarn?
yarn. With my ball of yarn after all night, just trying like and getting pushed away and coming at it like quick and whatever. She just like do zoink and then just walked away.
Change
And I
tactics.
was like, change tactics. We gotta watch out for this dog. She is too smart. She is too smart. But anyway, okay, so here's my yarn or my knitting, my rose.
Ooh.
So this was yesterday's.
Nice.
I do love these purples. Here's the whole so
Wow.
far. So we're going to open up our last one today from Aister. Ooh. Which one? Here it is. Oh, even the color of the sticker is purple for day 20. The color is called Mid Setter.
Oh.
And you can see it actually, it's like, do I call it a purple or do I call it a navy blue?
Or is that the definition of indigo?
Or is that an indigo? And
I don't know.
I honestly, I don't know because I look at it
Yeah. It's
like under
beautiful.
my desk lamp, it looks navy, but over here it looks sort of a purpley, dark
Yeah.
purpley blue.
When you
So
first held it up, to me, it looked like a deep purple.
yeah, and there
Beautiful.
it looks deep purple. So
Hmm.
I think that's really interesting color. So mid setter, and
Lovely.
that'll be our third color.
Hey.
So today we'll knit that. That'll finish our Aister U section, and then you'll have 2 days before you have enough yarn to start knitting the next section. So good
Yep.
time to get caught up with your knitting. So there we go.
That will
Yay.
be timely for the weekend.
Timely for the weekend. Get your
Yes.
all your pre-holiday stuff done. Yeah. Let's see your stripe.
Okay.
So that's the color we
Okay.
knit
So this is the
yesterday.
color I should have knitted, and then I got sidetracked with catching up my other sock. But that's this.
I
That's
see.
the stripe that I should have knitted and haven't yet.
Okay.
So you can see how that's going to be. It's kind of a pale version of this one.
Yeah.
So then we have
Pull,
what I
pull,
should have
pull.
knitted. When we have the neutral.
Okay.
Woo! And dark again.
Ooh, I like that shade.
Nice.
That's lovely.
Nice. Well, okay, I'll get cracking on that then since I'm behind.
Ooh. Okay.
I was getting the other one caught up. See?
And yeah, so you forgot.
And
Yeah.
then,
That's
yeah.
fine.
Well, and
Things
then we went
happen.
to town.
Yeah, and then yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I have the Silly
Thing.
Sheep Company, day 20.
See what happens when you have to shop? You don't get to knit enough.
I know. Ooh, nice. This is one of my favorite natural colors. This is a Shetland black. Yep, she's calling it a natural black. It's actually a very dark brown,
Mm-hmm.
and it's one of my favorites. Every now and then, there will be a sheep that has a like Shetland black,
Like true black.
like
Yeah.
true black,
Yeah.
like is so rare now. But this deep brown
Mhm.
bordering on black is
Yeah.
one of my favorites. Oh, love it.
I had an Icelandic ewe that was black.
Uh-huh.
She was beautiful.
Oh.
Yeah.
So here's our last 4 colors together.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Nice. Okay. Jana.
Your triangles are going to be fantastic.
I know. I did sit down. I told you yesterday I sat down and like mapped out what colors to use, but I didn't actually have time to write to knit a triangle yesterday. So I'm still sort of paused at the moment for that. But
Okay.
yeah, I'm looking forward to keeping movement with that.
Yeah.
But I wanted to tell you and our lovely viewers about the Yarn Stash Restash that is coming up. It's something I run every year in the 2 weeks between Christmas, starting the day after Christmas. So December 26th, and it goes for 2 weeks, a week into the new year. And the reason, well, the point of it is to go through our fibercraft stashes and our project bags and our books and our patterns and our tools and just get everything organized and where it needs to be as we go into the new year so that we're not fighting ourselves trying to find things and accidentally buying stuff we already have and forgetting about those projects we wanted to do. Like, it's just a good refresher as we go into the year.
Since some of us do not count our whips.
Since some people don't count their whips. And I normally don't until I sit down and do. And then I go, oh, gosh. It is a guilt-free process. I call it the restash. I started it by calling it a destash because you always think of things like this as a destash, like you're cleaning things out. It's not a destash. I will encourage you to look for things that you don't need anymore and rehome them. But there's no guilt in it. There's no like, you got to get it down to this many container, whatever. No, this is a guilt-free. We don't comment on the size of other people's stashes.
We don't judge.
We don't judge. This is judge-free zone. We're just organizing it. We're doing it together. We're encouraging one another. Now, this year's going to be a little different. So in past years, as we've done it, some of the days have been work intensive and some of them have been very light. Mm-hmm. And I spread it over 2 weeks because if you deal with executive dysfunction or if you have attention issues, then having a big task every day can be very difficult.
Overwhelming.
And it's easy to fall out of the process again. And so I broke it up into as manageable steps as I could over the 2 weeks. This year, but backing up, that process was really difficult for some people who want to just like get it done and move on.
Bam, bam, bam.
Bam, bam, bam. This year, even though I am on a semester break, I am still busy trying to catch up and prepare for next semester. So I'm here for the bam, bam, bam people this year.
Well, and your kids are home and there's things you want to do as a family.
Right.
There's stuff, there's stuff going on.
Yeah. So instead of
a little different.
This year's a little different. Instead of a 2-week process, we're going to do it in a week. I revamped it for a week. And what this means is instead of like there being a day here and there where it's not really a big thing, it is a timely thing. Every day is probably, if you have a moderately leveled stash and this is the first time you're doing it, it might take you 45 minutes to who knows how long, depending on like how much wool yarn you have, how many books you have, so it is a process. But at the end of it, you will have an organized stash ready for the year. And during it, you can look at how other people are doing, cheer them on, get some cheers yourself. So that will start December 26th.
Ooh, it's a great way to begin the new year, being all...
Yeah, January 1st, we're done. Last day is January 1st. So I like doing it at this time because at least in my family, the workload is lower. because of what my husband does and what I do, there's less demands on us during that week.
Right.
So it's a good time for us. But then also when we lived in the Philippines, they didn't have spring cleaning. You cleaned before the new year and
That
you got
makes sense.
everything, you cleaned everything, got everything out of your house that you didn't need before the new year. And we sort of adopted that model as well. So it just like makes sense to do it then. Have a
That's
good new year kind
cool.
of thing.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
So we will start December 26th.
Okay.
This will run because I'm not doing any sort of prizes or incentives this year. The prize is your refreshed
Your work.
stash.
Yeah.
Everybody wins.
Yeah.
So you can follow I Thought I Knew How on Instagram. Thank you. And every day I will post the task. Or you can go to Facebook and find the I Thought I Knew How podcast page and follow it there if you prefer Facebook, and the prompts will be posted there as well.
And the link for all of Anne's social media stuff is down below in the show notes.
Down below.
Yep.
Is down below.
It is.
Now, one difference this year also is that Instagram and Meta, Facebook, have made it so you can't follow hashtags anymore. So normally I would have people follow YS Restash 24 as the hashtag, but you can't do that anymore. So you need to make sure that you're either thinking to look for the prompt every day, or if you are on Instagram, if you go to one of my posts in the top right, there'll be 3 dots. You can click that and choose add to favorites. And that way, when you log in, Instagram will put my post right there for you. And so you'll see it. And in the Facebook group, you can, if you're following the page, there'll be a button that says following, click that again and click favorites. And same thing, when you log into Facebook, it'll put it there. And then at the end of the exercise, if you just go through it again, you can take me out of favorites if you want, or you can keep me as a favorite. I wouldn't stop you. But anyway, that's a way to make sure that you see the posts and you're not like on a, 3 days in and forgot to do it. And
you won't miss anything that way.
Yeah, you won't miss anything. So yeah, so that'll start day after Christmas and January 1st.
Now, one question I have for you on that.
Sure.
Well, I am aware that you cannot follow hashtags anymore. You can search them. So if you have someone who would like to do the 2-week method, somebody could go back and search YS Restash
23
and go search your post from last year. If they want to do the long version, they could.
Right. Exactly. And that is a recommendation I'll be making, because the first day is not a lot of work, but it's a lot of tasks, if that makes sense. Like you're gathering containers, you're going to deal completely with your knitting bags. Like that is the biggest task heavy day. And so if you dive in and, you have some form of neurodivergence like I do, and you're like, oh my gosh, there's a list of like 8 things I'm supposed to do. And, maybe the 2-week version is better for you.
That's okay.
And as Jana says, YS Restash 23, you can look back at last year's and do the 2-week method instead.
Because I'm still using hashtags for searching purposes.
Yeah.
But I understand they're not followable anymore.
Yeah.
But that's fine. It's all right.
Instagram. Anyway. Yeah, so it's there. The 2-week version's there. I mean, if you wanted, you could start the 2-week version now. Or you can wait for all of us and we'll do it together on the 26th.
Excellent. Okay. Today, as this airs, it will be the 20th, and I think we're going to get motivated to drag out the Christmas crap.
Yay! Will you have decorations behind you when we log in tomorrow?
Maybe.
We don't want to commit. You don't know what's going to happen.
We'll see when the teen emerges from upstairs and then how far we get. Because because usually my husband drags all the stuff out from the attic. But, like I said, he has plans. So we'll see how far we get. Yeah.
Nice. Maybe. Well, I'm gonna have some card knitting today. So I'm hoping to get my rose done and then maybe a triangle. for sure.
Excellent. And you can knit while looking so you don't get car sick, apparently.
Yeah. I can't read in the car, but I can knit in the car. No
Oh,
problem.
interesting. Okay.
But like I'm knitting right now and I'm looking at the
Yeah.
screen.
Well, sure.
So there's
Yeah.
a lot of times when it's just not.
Same. We're good Zoom knitters because we can do it without looking.
That's right.
All right. Well,
Okay, my dear.
stay tuned. We'll see if I have any Christmas things.
Yeah. Okay. Have a lovely day.
You too. Thanks.
Okay. Bye.